QUESTIONSTAB.
Welcome all of you. We had studied in last class, that is pair of linear equation in two variables, in which we had seen the definition of linear equation of two variables and how it represent and the solution methods of linear equations in two variables. So we had seen that already, that there are two methods of solution, that is geometric method and second one is algebraic method. In geometric method we had already studied case 1 where a1 by a2 is not equals to b1 by b2, and in this condition when we got a unique solution. Okay, so till here we had studied in our previous class. Now we are going to move on the case 2. The two lines will never intersect, that is they are parallel. Okay, so in this case, if this is our a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0, it's our a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0. So when they both parallel to each other, that means they both go to infinity in both the side but never cut each other, then we called this is our second case. Okay, in this case we got this case only when a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2, but these are not equals to c1 by c2. Okay, so this is the condition, this is the condition, and if a pair of linear equation of two variables follow this condition, then its graph looks like this. That means these two lines never cut each other, that is they are parallel to each other, and gives no solution. Gives no solution. That means you see that if they are not cutting each other in any point, I already in first case we had seen if two lines cuts, then we got our solution, but here you see these lines never cut each other, so we can't find any type of solution in this case. Okay, so let's see some examples of this case. So x plus y minus 3 equals 0 and 2x plus 2y minus 5 or plus 5 is equals 0. It's the example of this type of equation. Here you see x1 by here a1 by a2 is nothing but 1 by 2 and b1 by b2 is nothing but 1 by 2 and c1 by c2 is minus 3 by 5. So we can say that, we can say that a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is not equals to c1 by c2. So let's check this. Let's check that these pair of linear equation of two variables satisfy this statement or not. So let's draw these lines on the number line and check whether we found no solution or we found some specific solution. So first make the number line, and again remember that you must make the lines on the graph paper. Okay, don't use a blank paper because it is difficult in a blank sheet to make a number line and also make the straight lines and find the solutions. Okay, so it's our origin, this side okay. So first equation is x plus y minus 3 equals 0. X, y. So for x equals 0, our y is 0 plus y minus 3 is 0. So y is 3, and for y equals 0, x plus 0 minus 3 equals 0. So our x, so our x is again comes 3. Okay, y equals 0, x comes 3. So let's check these points on the number line. So for x equals 0, so x is 0 on this y axis and y is always 0 on the x axis. So for x equals 0, y value is nothing but 3, and for x equals 3, our y value is 0. Okay, so we got a straight line like this. Now let's solve our second equation that given us 2x plus 2y plus 5 equals 0. Here we are going to x equals half. So for x equals half, we got 2 into 1 by 2 plus 2y plus 5 equals 0. That is y equals minus 6 by 2, that's minus 3. So x equals half, we got y equals minus 3. uh, we are not going to take 0 here, because if we are going to take 0, so here we got 5 by 2, so that's not a problem. You have to take the numbers of x and y as your choice. It's not mandatory that you have to choose any number. Okay, it's our choice which number we are going to prefer. Likewise, I have to take y equals 0. So if we are going to take y equals 0, then we got 2x plus 0 plus 5 is equals 0. So we got x equals 5 by 2. Now let's draw this equation on the number line. So first, for x equals half, that is somewhere here, y is minus 3, so this point comes this. For x equals half, it's half, y is minus 3, and for y equals 0, that is our x-axis, x is 5 by 2. So 5 is here, 6 is here, so somewhere here we got our 5 by 2. Okay, so it's our second point, and this one our first point, that is for x equals half, y is minus 3, and for y equals 0, x is 5 by 2. Sorry, not 5 by 2, it's minus 5 by 2. So we got points in this side for it's minus 5 by 2. So for y equals 0, we got our minus 5 by 2. Okay, so this point is minus 5 by 2 and 0. So if we are going to draw this, it's not a straight line, okay, because here we are not going to use the graph papers, but this line also going to parallel with this line, and you see here they not cut each other. So when they were not going to cut each other at any point, then we says it's have no solutions. Okay, let's draw on the graph paper at which you got the two parallel lines for these two equations. Okay, so let's move on the third case, in which coincident. So here one new word is take a entry, that coincidence. So what is coincidence? So if a point we are going to draw, and on that point we are going to draw another point, then these 2 points are called coincident point. Likewise, if we are going to draw a line, and on the same line if we are going to draw another line, then these two lines are also called coincidence line. Here the two lines will be coincidence. That is, if we are going to draw a line on which we are going to draw another line, so these two lines are called coincidence lines. And for these type of lines we got infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of solutions. And the condition for which these types of linear equations of two variables occur, that condition is a1 by a2 is equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. This is our condition. Let's take some examples. So our first example is x plus y plus 5 equals 0, 2x plus 2y plus 10 equals 0. Okay, likewise we can write also 3x plus 2y plus 6 equals 0, 9x plus 6y plus 18 is equals 0. So let's check these two equations fulfill this condition or not. So in first one, the value of a1 by a2 is nothing but 1 by 2. The value of b1 by b2 is nothing but again 1 by 2. And the value of c1 by c2 is 5 by 10. And while we are going to solve this 5 by 10, then we got again that it's 1 by 2. So we can say that a1 by a2 is equals b1 by b2 is equals c1 by c2. And for this we got infinite number of solutions, which we are going to see in the graphical representation of this equation. Here also you check that a1 by a2 is 3 by 9, that is 1 by 3. b1 by b2 is 2 by 6, that is again 1 by 3. And c1 by c2 is equals 6 by 18, that is again 1 by 3. So it also fulfill this condition. So we can again say that these linear equation of two variables have a infinite number of solutions. Okay, so let's draw this on the number line and check which type of graph we are going to find. So it's our origin. Okay, so here 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so first equation is x plus y plus 5 is equals 0, x and y. So we got for x equals 0, y is minus 5, okay, and then y equals 0, you got x equals minus 5. Okay, so for x equals 0, that is y axis, our y is nothing but minus 5, and for y equals 0, that is nothing but x axis, our x is this. Okay, so first we got this line. This is x plus y plus 5 equals 0, x plus y plus 5 equals 0. Now let's move on the second one. So our second equation is 2x plus 2y plus 10 equals 0. So our x equals 0, we got 0 plus 2y plus 10 is equals 0. So we got y equals minus 5, and for y equals 0, we got 2x plus 0 plus 10 equals 0. So we got x equals minus 5. So you see, the same points we are going to find again. For x equals 0, we got minus 5 for y, and for y equals 0, we got minus 5 for x, and when we are going to draw the line for these points, we got this, the same line which follows this. That means this is nothing but 2x plus 2y plus 10 equals 0 line. So see, the two lines are exactly concurrent on each other. So for this we got infinite number of solutions on these two lines. Okay, infinite number of points are common for these two lines, so we got infinite number of solution for these type of lines. So I will going to give you the previous year questions which is directly asked in our exams. So our first question is 2x plus 3y is equals to, and x minus 2y is equals 8. It comes in 2007. Second question is 2x plus 3y is equals 8 and x minus 2y plus 3 is equals to 0. 2005. Third one is 3x plus 2y is equals 12 and 5x minus 2y is equals 4. It comes in 2006. Fourth one is 2x plus 3y minus 4 equals 0 and 3x minus y plus 5 is equals 0. It comes in 2004. Fifth number is 2x minus 5y plus 4 is equals 0 and 2x plus y minus 8 is equals 0. 2005. Sixth question is, let's take some recent questions. 3x plus 2y is equals 12 and x minus y plus 1 is equals 0. It comes in 2019. So you look that every year CBSE asks the questions regarding this. So here we are going to simply solve these equations and represent it on our graph paper. So note all the questions and we are going to solve this one, and remaining you have to solve by your own. 2x plus 3y is equals 2. So first we have to find the points. So first take 2x plus 3y is equals 2. So make the tabular column x, y and take a suitable value of x and y, for which we got some suitable values of other one. For x equals 1, okay, this equation, so we can write 2x plus 3y minus 2 is equals 0, and this one we can write x minus 2y minus 8 is equals 0. So here let's change. Okay, so for x equals 1 we got 2 plus 3y minus 2 is equals 0. So 2 minus 2 is 0, and then we got y equals 0. So for x equals 1 we got y equals 0, and again for y equals 2, yeah, y equals 2 we got 2x plus 6, 3 2 ja 6 minus 2 is equals 0. So we got x equals minus 2. So for y equals 2 we got x equals minus 2. So let's represent it is graph paper. Okay, so it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5 minus 6 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4 minus 5 minus 6. So it's our graph number line, and for first equation, that 2x plus 3y minus 2 is equals 0, we can say that for x equals 1 we got y equals 0. So it's our first point, that for x equals 1 we got y equals 0, and again for x equals minus 2, that is comes this side, y is 2. Sorry. Okay, so let's join these two lines. So look, my straight line is not a straight, okay, these points are also not at same distance, so my answer is maybe deferred, okay. So but when you going to draw this graph on your graph line, so at that time you got a perfect straight line with perfect distance, so that's in that case you got the perfect answer, okay. So that's why I told you please draw this one on your graph paper, because in examinations this question also comes with a graph paper, okay. So it's nothing but our 2x plus 3y minus 2 equals 0 line. So now we are going to move on. X minus 2y minus 8 equals 0. xy. So first let's take x equals 0. So for x equals 0, minus 2y minus 8 equals 0. So we got y equals minus 4. Okay. The second one is take y equals minus 3. So if we are going to take y equals minus 3, we got x minus 2 into minus 3 minus 8 equals 0. So we got x plus 6 minus 8 equals 0. So from here we got x equals 2. So for x equals 0, y is minus 4, and for y is minus 3, x is 2. So x is 0 on y axis, and here for x is 0, y is minus 4. For x is 0, y is minus 4, and for x is 2, that's why x is 2, we got y is minus. For x equals 2, y is minus 3, and when we join these 2 points, then we got a cutting point here. So here I can't exactly say this point represent which points, because my distance, if you see carefully, so here distance is different, here the distance is different, here the distance is again different, and here the distance is again different. So it's the method by which we have draw the graph. It approx y is minus 2 and x is 3. X is 3. So in this blank whiteboard or white paper, if you are going to draw your graph on white paper, then you got a approx value of this cutting point, because in that situation your straight line is not perfect, your number line is not perfect, so that's why your answer is also not coming perfect. So for that we check the answer that. So let's check the answer that satisfy this or not. So here 2 and 3, 2 3 is 6 minus 3 2 just 6, no, That's not a perfect answer. Okay, so I think it's 4. So 2 4 ja 8 minus 6, yeah. So it's nothing but this point. So let's correct it. This point is somewhere 4. This point is 4 and this point is 3, and for that we got 4 minus 2, and this is our solution. Okay, so let's do this exercise on your graph paper only. Calculate these things on your notebook, but draw the graph on the graph paper only, not use any other things. Okay, our question first is x minus y plus 3 is equals to 0 and 2x plus 3y minus 4 equals 0. Second question is 2x minus 3y plus 4 equals 0 and x plus 2y minus 5 equals 0. Third question is 4x minus 3y plus 4 equals 0 and 4x plus 3y minus 20 is equals 0. Our fourth question is x minus y plus 1 equals 0, 3x plus 2y minus 12 equals 0. The two equations are given in each question, and we are going to find the vertices of a triangle, with the help of these two equations along with the x-axis. So in this type of questions, we got two lines like that, and if it is the cutting point of these two lines and this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis, so when we take the x-axis and draw the lines like that, so we found a triangle, and here we got the vertices of these two lines and the x-axis. So here we got the vertices of the triangle. Okay, so our simple work in this question is find the cutting point of two lines and find the cutting point of first line with x-axis and find the cutting point of second line, it's our first line, second line with x-axis. This question also be asked like here, apart from the x-axis, they gives us y-axis, that is, solve each of the following given system of the equation graphically and find the vertices and the area of the triangle formed by these lines and y-axis. Okay, so this question also be asked like this. In that scenario, It's our second line. It's our first line. This is x-axis and this is our y-axis. So it's our first line. So in that case we found our triangle here, and these are the three vertices of that triangle. So when I give you the y-axis apart from the x-axis, then you have to find the 3 points that are the cutting points of both the lines and the cutting point of first line with the y-axis and the cutting point of second line with the y-axis. And also you know that area of triangle is half into base into height. Okay, so here in this scenario we had take here if points are coming x1 and y1, and here x1 and y1. So our base is this and the height is nothing but it's y1, and in this case our base is this from this point to this point, and our height is nothing but here the x1. Okay, so these are the difference between this question and this question, and in examinations these two types of questions will ask. So please careful and write this question first and solve these with x-axis, and in second term with y-axis. We will going to continue from here in next class. Okay, so thank you.
QUESTIONSTAB.